Sean with Toby. I'm sure that everybody is okay today and we're living our best lives. Today is a very wonderful day, and it's wonderful because we are still in existence. So it means that there's still a lot that can be done. There's still a lot that we could achieve. There's still a lot that we could leave back long after we cease to exist. That being said, today's topic is landmark. Landmark. Now, when you hear the word landmark, what comes to your mind? A landmark could actually be like a location, an historic location, or it can be an historic place. Say, okay, or a place we could use to describe to people. Say, okay, what's the closest landmark? What is the most significant thing that is close to you that you could use to tell us where you are? So that being said, looking at that definition or looking at that explanation, now you know that each passing day we get through the hustle and bustle of life. We tend to think that yes, one day things will just add up, one day things will just get better, things will just be okay for us. We just keep moving, trying to hustle. Trust me, it's a whole lot. Trying to just make ends meet, trying to achieve success, trying to make money, trying to do a lot of things. A lot of times we wake up, sometimes we even feel very discouraged. Sometimes some people just go to sleep to say, oh man, there's nothing meaningful coming out of this thing I'm doing. There's nothing meaningful coming out of this thing I've decided to become. So I just would just leave it and allow things to just come the way they want to. But that could be a wrong decision. If you allow things to just come the way they want to come, then you would be missing a lot. You would not be achieving that thing you want to achieve. You need to understand that every step you take in the right direction sums up to be a milestone achievement. Every step you take, every time you wake up, every time you tell yourself that yes, you're going to do A, you're going to do B, you're going to achieve this, and you try to achieve them, even if they are tiny bits that you're achieving, it's just going to be adding up. Sometimes we ask ourselves that, oh, I don't have experience, or you tell yourself you don't have experience. How do you get that experience if you don't do? If you don't keep doing things, you will not become a master of that particular thing. So achieving so much is not by waking up one day and just boom, you just achieve it. People will turn you down, people will tell you stories that you don't want to hear. You yourself will be discouraged. You see that, oh, you don't have the strength to carry on, you don't have that zeal any longer. You begin to look at these things and you say, oh yeah, you could not just imagine that you are where you are today. Just look at your life. Look at your life. Try to examine how far you've come. You would see that all of these things that you know right now as a result of those things that you've been doing in time past. If those things you've been doing in time past are worth it, then you would want to tell yourself that yes, there's a place you're going to. Yes, there's something you want to achieve. Not necessarily thinking that you want to achieve so many things like, oh, I want to have the biggest cars, or I want to have all of the money in this world. No, see, living your life and having a landmark, creating a legacy is what is important, where people will say, okay, this guy achieved greatly because he was able to impact lives. This guy achieved greatly because he was able to help people change their stories. He was able to help people out of the shackles where they are, help people discover themselves, help people start up a business, and what have you. It is therefore time to take a critical look at your life. Are you living a life that is worthwhile? Are you living a life that will create a landmark long after you've gone? Are you living a life that, oh yes, you know that yes, in the nearest future things might just work out? Sometimes the plans that we make don't come through, but it is okay because we know that the more we gain this experience, the better we become in achieving so many things. If you fail today, it doesn't stop you from achieving tomorrow. So There's no barrier, there's no limits. The only competition you should have is with yourself. If you have that mindset that the only competitor I have is myself, then you begin to push yourself beyond the limits. You begin to push yourself to the extraordinary length or level, and you see that you would begin to achieve those things that you wish to achieve. Your desire every day ends should be that you want to get to the top, that you want to impact lives, that you want to live a life worthwhile, that you want to leave a legacy, that you want to achieve a milestone, that you want to have a landmark, that you want people to say, okay, yes, when this guy was here, this is what he did, this was his achievement. All of the politicians are also having this problem of thinking that yes, it's time to amass wealth. It is time to make impact. It's time for people to make reference to you. Now, you might ask that of what benefit would the reference be? Now, if somebody says, okay, for example, Toby's dad was involved in this, he helped so many people, he helped this, he helped that, he did this, invariably I would be reaping the rewards of what my dad has done, not necessarily saying that it is like that in all cases, but in most cases, whatever you achieve would come to humanity and people would appreciate it and keep getting better. I want to be the reason why somebody will wake up one day and say, ah, I just don't want to give up because Toby is doing this and I feel like I can do this. I could even do better. I want to be that reason why you would say that. Those who have done well in their various crafts or respective crafts, people who are seen to have landmark achievements, people who are seen to have created more opportunities for others. Having a landmark or creating a landmark is about creating more opportunities for others, not just yourself. You can't be self-centered. You cannot be self-centered. You have to ensure that you're creating opportunities for others who will come after you. That's the only way our economies will be better. That's the only way our lives will be better. That's the only way our country will move forward. That's the only way the world will become a better place. You have to now take this into mind. This was by Suyasha Subedi. Suyasha Subedi said, break the stereotype and make a landmark. Break the stereotype and make a landmark, meaning that you should stop doing what is normal. Do what is abnormal, in the sense that you're doing things that are extraordinary, things that have not been done before, things, oh, we say, yeah, there's nothing that has not been done before. No, there's a way you will do it that would be different. There's a way you will touch lives that will be different. There's a way you would impact people that will be different. So there's something uniquely different about you, and that is you achieving what you want to achieve. That is you creating a landmark for yourself. I want to tell you today that you should be dynamic in life. Be dynamic in your in your approach to life, and ensure that you leave a landmark for generations yet unborn. Thank you very much for joining me this Tuesday. I will see you next week Tuesday. All of this will be available on my social media platforms. Of course, this is on Instagram, this is on YouTube, and every platform you could think of. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you next week Tuesday. Have a great day. Bye.